sorry, Amy. I'm allowing my pessimism to get the better of me. It's just that I look forward to our evenings so much.
Nothing to be ashamed of. I feel exactly the same way. I spent the last 2 days planning the dinner.
Ah, but you have control over your emotions. It's the curse of my life. If I feel sad, I drown everyone around me in tears. If I feel glad, I have difficulty restraining myself from dancing a jig.
Ah, Nicole, you got the cork out all right. Well done. Oh. Perfection.
Pierre will fasten the window, monsieur.
Now, let's see. Have we forgotten anything? Spoons, forks, knives? Nicole, we've forgotten the napkins.
Oh, I'm so sorry, monsieur. I thought Pierre had put them on the table.
Well, I can think of nothing better than this.
What you say to this?
I'm cold. It's really very cold. I can't remember when it was so cold. Not since that winter of 45.
Well, I've done it. It's my last desperate attempt. He's here. Oh, thank heaven.
Yes, thank heaven.
Bernard, you can begin to dance your jig.
Excuse me, can you help me?
Good heavens, what's the trouble here?
Sorry to barge in on you this way. I was driving down to Geneva and I smashed my car up about a half a mile down the road, hit a snowdrift. If you could allow me to stay here just till the storm's over.
Of course, my dear sir. Nicole, take the gentleman's overcoat. My goodness, you were lucky to see our lights. The road's very treacherous. You know, this house is built on a precipice.
God, I could have been at the bottom of an Alp by now.
That's all behind you. No inhospitable Alp for you tonight, my friend.
My name's Trapp. Howard Trapp. That's with 2 P's.
Oh, yes. Delighted to meet you. My name is Emile Capot. Only 1 P alas. Welcome to my house. Won't you come into the living room and take advantage of the fire?
This is really very nice of you, Mr. Carco.
Gentlemen, we have a welcome but unexpected visitor. This is Mr. Howard Trapp. May I present some friends who spend these long winter evenings with me? This is Bernard Larocque.
How are you, sir?
Very well, thank you, Mr. Trapp. We never expected a visitor on a night like this.
This is Joseph Pillet.
Glad to meet you, sir.
Why, it's Gustav. Did Gustav bring you with him?
No, Gustav still isn't here. This is Mr. Trapp, a motorist who was caught in the storm and comes here to seek shelter.
A stranger? He's a stranger?
Yes, he is.
And he's going to join us tonight? Oh, I am so happy, Mr. You see, we've been waiting for such a long time.
Waiting?
Oh,
you're waiting for someone.
Joseph means we see so few strange faces round here. We wait eagerly for each new one. Won't you move nearer the fire, Mr.
Oh, thanks.
You're a long way from your native New York.
Say, that's pretty good.
Most people over here can't tell one American from another.
Oh, I've traveled extensively. I've learned to recognize the various regional types.
I once spent quite a time in your city, Mr. Trapp. Oh, when I was a much younger man. I studied for a whole year at your famous Columbia University.
Oh, yeah.
I enjoyed some happy experiences there. It was there that I learned about women. Switzerland is no place to learn about women. For that purpose, every young man should go to America.
Your Swiss women are most attractive.
Oh, thank you.
Your maid, for instance.
Nicole, oh, yes. Very attractive young woman. A little bit too fond of clothes and dancing. From the look of you, Mr. Trapp, I think a glass of cognac would suit you nicely.
Won't get an argument from me.
We don't usually drink our first drink until the last of our guests have arrived, but this is a special occasion.
You're expecting someone else?
If he ever gets here, he's half an hour late already.
He'll get here.
Oh, but the snow will soon be too thick.
Well, listen, I don't want to break in on your little party. I'd be just as happy to spend the time in another room.
Nonsense. Parties are so much more enjoyable when they give us a chance to meet new people.
Oh, please, Mr. Trapp, you must stay with us.
Okay, sure, if you really want me to. Well, I can see why you look forward to strangers up here. This place is really out in the middle of nowhere, isn't it?
That's what I like best about it.
Well, it wouldn't satisfy me. I gotta have people, action, places to go.
Very natural at your age. When I was young, I used to like to be surrounded by people, but the years have made me more selective.
I have never been able to achieve a balanced attitude towards people. Nearly 70 years of disillusionment have failed to destroy one bit of my delight in the human race.
With me, there's never been any disillusionment. I never had any illusions to begin with.
Oh, I do hope you're not a cynic. So many men in your line of work become cynical.
I'm sorry, I don't believe I mentioned my line of work.
Well, you're a salesman, surely.
Well, I'll be damned.
What is the popular American expression? A traveling salesman.
How did you know that?
My dear sir, the cut of your suit, the way you walk, the way you talk, all cry out to be salesmen.
I'm afraid, Mr. Trapp, you stumbled on a nest of trained observers. We're all retired lawyers, you see, and a legal career obliges one to become a student of human nature.
I'm a student of human nature myself. You can't make a sale if you can't size a man up, find out his weaknesses. You don't have to be a lawyer to do that.
The same attitude is common even among the law-abiding Swiss.
Oh, if only people would realize that the law can become their friend, their best hope in times of trouble. The law is not necessarily cold and heartless.
Mr. Trapp is tired and wet. I don't think he's in the mood for a philosophic discussion.
Of course, yes. I beg your pardon, Mr. Trapp. It's just that I get carried away sometimes.
If you've finished your cognac, I expect you'd like to call to show you to your bedroom. No doubt you'll want to refresh yourself before dinner. The bedroom at the top of the stairs, Nicole. I do hope dinner is going to please you, Mr. Trapp. When my friends visit me, I like to preside over the cuisine, make little experiments.
Oh, Emil's little experiments. They're only the supreme moments of our existence.
You're a flatterer, but I'm no hypocrite. I won't pretend I don't deserve it.
He's not going, is he? I mean, you haven't asked him yet.
Later, if you'll follow Nicole. And Mr. Trapp, there's plenty of hot water.
I sure am glad to hear that. Incidentally, do you happen to have a phone in the house? I ought to call my wife, tell her what happened.
You're planning to join your wife?
No, she's at the ski resort on top of the mountain. I was driving down to Geneva for a business appointment.
So sorry. Never felt the need for a telephone.
Well, it's not important. I don't know how I can ever really repay you for your hospitality.
Who knows? Perhaps we'll think of something.
Amelia, he isn't going to bed, is he?
Well, my gloomy friends, so much for your pessimism, eh?
May I remind you that Gustav still isn't here?
Oh, but he will come. I mean, it'd be too terrible if he didn't come now.
Joseph's right. Fate could hardly be so unkind as to deprive us of Gustav, now that we already have Mr. Trapp.
But he's possible, isn't he, Emil? What do you think?
I think he has distinct possibilities.
Yeah. Well, what do you think? Bernard, he's possible, isn't he?
No, Joseph, I don't think he is.
Huh?
What makes you so positive?
Well, the moment I set eyes on Mr. Trapp, I liked him. Well, if he were truly possible, I couldn't have liked him, could I?
You like everybody the moment you set eyes on them. Have you forgotten last year that little philosophy professor from the Sorbonne?
Oh, well, that, yes, then I did go a little far. He seemed such a cultured, soft-spoken gentleman.
I'm not criticizing you. We should never have achieved anything without your indestructible faith in human nature. All I'm saying is Mr. Trapp may be more of a possibility than you anticipate.
Boy, that's some drop.
Well, the house is right on the edge of a cliff. And when the weather is clear, the view from that window is magnificent. You can see the whole valley.
You live here, do you?
Oh, no, I live in the village. I come here only when Monsieur Capot has guests.
But you'll be here later on after they've gone to bed, won't you?
Well, I have to clean up the kitchen and turn down the beds. Sometimes this keeps me here till very late.
And will this be one of those times?
I must go to the door. Have a pleasant evening.
Is that him? it Gustav?
I wouldn't be a bit surprised.
Of course it's him.
We won't tell him about Mr. Trapp. See how long it takes him to find out.
Oh, but Gustav will know at once. Gustav knows everything.
No. Excuse my tardiness, Emil. I had some difficulty with the snowdrift.
That's all right. We're delighted you're here.
Allow me to help you, Monsieur.
Thank you, Nicole. You're looking positively blooming tonight. I've never seen you look so lovely.
Thank you, Monsieur.
Nicole tells us our headaches are all gone.
Ah, they're gone. That's good. Well, instead of headaches, she now has us.
Excuse me, Monsieur.
Yes. She's improving, isn't she? Oh, it's a nightmare out there, Emil. I fell down 3 times. I'm certainly not leaving your house tonight.
Gustav! You're here!
You're looking particularly well tonight, Joseph. This weather appears to agree with you.
The important thing is, Gustav, does this weather agree with you? Tonight, we want you to be at your best.
I will be, never you fear. After I've satisfied my ravenous hunger. But what do I smell? This is my favorite. The asparagus a la carpo. That's very near. Very near.
No, not so fast. Tonight you're going to have to earn your supper. No food for you, my friend, until you've given us an exhibition of your talent for finding out things.
My big nose, you
And
mean.
we have a secret for you. Tonight.
Bernard thinks you won't guess it.
Weren't I, Bernard? Very well. Where is he?
Who?
The stranger who came in just before me. The American gentleman. Quite smooth. That's checkmate, I think.
Bravo.
It's black magic. He has a crystal ball.
No crystal ball, merely a casual glance at an unfamiliar overcoat of decidedly American cut. Now dripping water in the hall.
Well, you were lucky. No. Give the devil his due. Gustav has earned his sherry.
Thank you.
Bernard and Emile disagree about him, Gustav. Bernard thinks he's not possible, but Emile isn't so sure.
And what do you think, Joseph?
Well, I think he is possible. He's a traveling salesman. Seems to have a great deal of money. Doesn't like lawyers very much. And he drinks the cognac as if it were water.
He's coming. Observe him closely. We're relying on your opinion.
It will be my pleasure.
Oh, somewhat refreshed, my dear sir?
I certainly feel a lot better. By the way, the bottoms of my pants were soaking wet, and I saw a suit hanging in the closet, so I just borrowed the pants, if that's all right.
Quite all right. Left by a guest some while ago. I want you to meet the 4th member of our group, Mr. Trapp. This is Gustav Kummer.
How do you do?
How are you, sir? Been hearing a lot about you.
And I of you, Mr. Trapp. I understand you're not particularly fond of lawyers.
Oh, I got nothing against them. Sometimes I wish I'd gone in for it myself. Whenever big money changes hands, there's always some lawyer involved.
So I have been told. But that is an aspect of the profession with which none of us have ever been familiar. Our field was criminal law.
Oh, just like in the movies. Now, where were you on the night of July 23rd?
Not always quite so melodramatic.
Law is the exercise of justice according to logic and precedent. Melodrama plays no part in it whatsoever.
That is not true. A courtroom is not a chessboard. It is filled not with wooden figures, but with people, with tears and laughter, hatred and love, everything that is called melodrama. In short, they're all part of life, and they will find their way into a courtroom, no matter what you may do to shut them out.
Mice will find their way into an old house, too. But is that a valid argument against keeping a cat?
Nonsense.
Gentlemen. You really have to get used to these little conflicts, you know. Gustav and Bernard have been flying at each other's throats for more than 30 years. For a long time, they were paid to do so.
How's that?
Well, before I retired, you see, I was judge of the criminal court in Geneva. Gustav here was our chief prosecutor, the terror of criminals for miles around. Bernard was the public defender, the most celebrated criminal lawyer in all Switzerland.
Oh, you mustn't listen to Emile. Friendship leads him to exaggerate.
Well, we're talking too much about ourselves. We're forgetting how important it is to take an interest in our guests.
Yes, of course. Well, your profession interests me enormously, Mr. Trapp. All that traveling, seeing new places, meeting all kinds of people.
Yeah, well, I've been around, all right, but as far as I can see, people are pretty much the same wherever you go.
You feel we all have a certain common humanity, which is more important than our individual differences?
Well, actually, I was thinking in terms of sales technique when you're trying to sell a piece of merchandise. It doesn't matter whether the customer's rich or poor, or young or old. There are three things you always have to make him believe. One, that he's getting this product for a lot less than it's worth. Two, that all the people that he looks up to in the world have got one. And three, his best friends are going to cut him dead if he doesn't have one.
In short, greed, envy, and fear. And these, in your opinion, are the mainsprings of human conduct?
Well, that's not an opinion, that's experience.
You can't mean that, Mr. Trapp. What of the higher, nobler feelings of mankind? You can't discount all of them.
I don't discount them. I'm in favor of them. It's the people I meet who discount them.
A plain, blunt philosophy. You're emphatically a product of the 20th century, aren't you? I have an idea we're going to have a most stimulating evening.
You really think so, Gustav?
I've seldom been so sure of anything in my life.
Then he's possible. I knew he was going to be possible.
I didn't follow that.
No, well, Joseph has an old-fashioned frankness, you know, that sometimes does rather disconcert people. Whenever he feels it's going to be possible for him to be friendly with a man, you see, he comes right out and says so.
I had a feeling in my bones when I woke up this morning. I knew that the day would turn out well.
Dinner, monsieur.
Ready for us? Dinner, Mr. Trapp. I hope you can eat roast goose.
The way I feel right now, I could eat a live goose.
I made a special sauce. Sauce Trontom à la Capo. The secret's in the white truffles. Yeah. I think you're going to enjoy this one. It's a very rare vintage with a wonderful bouquet. One of the last few bottles I inherited from my father's cellar.
Oh, everything's running out. All the good old things.
And all the old moral values, which is far more important.
No doubt you're right. But there are moments when I would gladly dispense with the moral values if only I could halt the disappearance of the wine.
Gentlemen, a small toast to our distinguished guest and to the great stroke of fortune that brought him to us tonight.
Mr. Trapp.
Boy, you really treat yourselves well up here.
I think you're going to enjoy my champignon sans culotte. We weren't always such hearty eaters, you know. Years ago, we had quite feeble appetites until we started playing our game.
What sort of game? Charades or cards or something like that?
Oh, no. Our game is much more exciting. You'll find out when
Joseph, vegetable. Oh, it's a rather unusual game. May strike you as a little bit absurd.
Oh, I played some pretty silly games in my day, you know, late at night when everybody's had a little too much to drink in them.
I knew it the moment I set eyes on you. You're a man who likes to drink deep of experience.
I'm a man who likes to have a good time, if that's what you mean. You only live once, is what I say. So go on, tell me more about the game.
Well, it consists briefly of this. We gather here in the evenings and play at our old jobs at law courts.
But what do you do exactly?
We recreate the famous trials of history. Trial of Socrates, the Dreyfus affair, the trial of Joan of Arc. Gustav presents the evidence for the prosecution. Bernard presents the evidence for the defense. And as judge of the court, I arrive at the verdict and deliver the appropriate sentence.
Sometimes the game gets positively lively. We argue and fight back and forth, just the same as if we were in a real courtroom.
Yes, and we frequently come to conclusions that differ from those of the original trial.
Only last month, Gustav proved conclusively that Julius Caesar was not assassinated by his political enemies. It was his wife who brought it off, out of jealousy over that Cleopatra business.
Never trust a woman who claims to be above suspicion.
2 months ago, we tried Hitler. I defended him. It was very exciting. Though I must confess I could never quite warm to my client.
The month before, it was Judas Iscariot.
Oh, I got him off.
On a technicality.
And tonight we are planning to try Marie Antoinette. I have already prepared a heart-rending opening address.
We play our game at least once a week.
Don't your wives object?
Alas, we face no such obstacles. We're all widowers, living in large houses on the mountain, except Gustav. He's a bachelor.
Which is why Gustav has this unshakable belief in a logical universe. He has never, for any length of time, lived with a woman.
But our game is more than mere entertainment, Mr. Tramp. Our lives depend upon it.
Your lives?
Come on.
Gustav is not exaggerating. 5 years ago, we were forced to retire because of our age. Well, in retirement, we all turned into physical wrecks. Gustav and I found ourselves obliged to watch our blood pressure. The doctors suspected our good friend Emile of diabetes, and poor Joseph became a martyr to his arthritis.
With nothing to do, no purpose in life, our souls as well as our bodies began to atrophy. Spiritually as well as physically, boredom was killing us.
In short, a sad collection of old fossils until Gustav had the idea.
Oh, no. You mustn't give me the credit. It's not true. The idea came to all of us at the same time, as if by a miracle.
A miracle, a strangely illogical word to come from you, Gustav. But it was a miracle. Would you believe it, Mr. Trapp? Our little game turned out to be the fountain of youth. Within a few short months, our stomachs, our livers, our pancreases put themselves to rights, appetite returned, boredom vanished, and I venture to claim that at this present moment we are the youngest men of our age in all Europe.
Younger, in a sense, than we were in our prime. After slaving away for years in the courts of the outside world, we can now practice law here in its purest form.
Mr. Trapp, you need some more wine. I always think good wine is one of the great pleasures of life. I understand your countrymen have only recently acquired the habit.
Pour away, Judge. One thing I never had trouble with, acquiring bad habits.
I believe it.
The game! What about the game?
We're very anxious to have your reactions, Mr. Trapp.
Well, it sounds pretty lively. Might be fun.
You really think so? You're not just being polite.
Absolutely not.
Oh, we were so hoping you'd feel that way. Now then, why don't you play with us?
And spoil your fun now. No, I'd rather just sit here and watch you play.
I doubt that, Mr. Tramp. If I read your character correctly, you're not the spectator type. No. You wouldn't be content unless you were a player right there in the middle of the action.
But I'm not a lawyer. I don't have any legal experience or anything.
Oh, but you must play. I mean, the whole evening would be ruined without you.
We'd be so grateful to you, Mr. Trapp. You see, challenging though it is, of course, to recreate the famous trials of history, it's even more of a challenge when we have live material to work with.
Live material?
Exactly. That's when the most interesting situations arise, when a real person stands in front of our court.
One can practice continually on the rifle range, so to speak, but the real thrill comes only when one pits oneself against a quarry who can shoot back.
You mean you've actually played this game with real people?
Oh, yes, quite often. Well, to give you an example, only last month, we had a snowstorm just like this, and a former mayor of the province found his way to our house. just as we were finishing dinner?
Oh, the most delicious meal. The poor man was unlucky to miss it.
Unlucky in other ways, too. He was convicted of poisoning his first wife, and we sentenced him to hang.
I guess that would be enough to kill anyone's appetite.
He was a bit upset, but the law is the law. The sentence could not be set aside.
But didn't I read somewhere that capital punishment's been abolished in Switzerland?
In Switzerland, yes, not in our court.
The mayor had the same notion. We tried to make him understand how essential capital punishment is to the spirit of the game, but somehow he never seemed able to grasp the point.
He was generally a confused sort of man. Hardly worth playing with.
Those are his trousers you're wearing, Mr. Trapper. He neglected to take them with him.
Well, I think I'm beginning to catch on. You want me to be the defendant, is that it?
Exactly. You'll make a wonderful defendant.
It's the role for which you are best suited.
Well, I wish I could agree with you, gentlemen, but I'm a pretty respectable citizen, you know. A few speeding tickets now and then. Otherwise, my past is an open book.
That's the type of book which often yields the most interest.
We'd be so grateful to you, but you're under no obligation. We only allow defendants to participate on a voluntary basis.
Well, what do I care about that? As long as you're asking me.
No, don't make a hasty decision, Mr. Trapp. We have certain rigid rules. Once you've joined us, there's no going back.
Once you've placed yourself under the jurisdiction of our court, you have to submit to that jurisdiction right through to the end of the trial.
Otherwise, it wouldn't really amount to anything, you see.
Sure, I can see that. I mean, what's the point in playing a game if you're going to quit before the end?
Exactly. And you have the talent for our game, Mr. Trapp. It would be a pity not to make use of it.
What do you say? Won't you please say yes?
You sure you guys want to play a game with me? I'm pretty good at games. All right, I'll do it.
He's going to do it. Oh, everything's all right.
Mr. Trapp, on behalf of my colleagues and myself, may I thank you.
It'll be a pleasure for me to defend you, Mr. Trapper. And I'm sure that we'll put up a splendid fight and we'll win out in the end.
Well, now, I think we owe ourselves a little treat by way of celebration. I'm going into the kitchen for the final ritual, the preparation of the soufflé au liqueur. Gustav, I shall need your help. You too, Joseph. Oh, we won't be long, Mr. Trapp. The game will commence along with the dessert inside by the fire.
Now. Now I must make some notes. On the back of Marie Antoinette. You see, Mr. Trapp, according to the rules, the defendant is entitled to a private conference with his attorney before we appear in court. Now then, our time is limited, so let us proceed to matters of strategy. Now, I think it would be best if you were to confess your crime to me now.
My crime?
Mm-hmm. Oh, let me reassure you. Since I am your attorney, all communication between you and me is strictly confidential. So the complete facts, if you please.
I hate to disappoint you, sir, but I assure you I'm innocent of any crime.
Young man, listen to me. In this world of ours, no one is completely innocent. Each of us carries some burden of guilt. Well, that being so, it would be very poor tactics for you to appear before our court without having first confessed to me now exactly what crime you wish to be charged with.
And what would be good tactics?
Well, for you to stand trial for some crime you have committed which is not particularly shameful, which is indeed rather admirable and charming, such as swindling an insurance company. You will then plead not guilty, and if the prosecutor does happen to ferret out the proof, I can then step forward and suggest your guilt has a kind of nobility, that you gave the money away to a widow or to an orphan or to both, robbing the rich to help the poor, so to speak.
That's very clever. The only trouble is I haven't robbed the rich to help the poor. I haven't done anything illegal.
No doubt, Mr. Trapp, but you don't know our court. For you to present yourself as being innocent of any possible crime could be catastrophic for you. Instead of being tried for a crime you had chosen yourself, you would be forced to have a crime thrust upon you.
Wait a minute. I think I get you now. You want me to make up an imaginary crime and pretend that I'm really...
Mr. Trapp, that would be perjury. I am certainly not urging any client of mine to commit perjury. I am merely suggesting that you can make it easier for everybody.
Why should I make it easier for anybody? I haven't committed any crime. If this prosecutor's so smart, let him find one.
He'll find one. He excels at that.
Good.
Very well. But please listen to my advice on one matter. It is vitally important for you to weigh every word before you speak. The prosecutor will do everything in his power to trick you into saying the wrong thing. He is a dangerous adversary. Please promise me to be frightened of him.
Sure, why not?
Do you promise?
All right. I promise I'll be frightened of him.
Gentlemen, we're ready when you are.
Good. There's no reason why you shouldn't come in now.
What a lucky man you are, Mr. Trapp. So far you've tasted, as it were, only the minor works of Emile Capot. Now you're going to have the unique pleasure of enjoying my masterpiece.
Who's he?
Oh, I'm sorry. That's Pierre. He's my houseman. He lives here with me. He'll serve us for the rest of the evening. He's a mute, but he's not deaf. You can give him orders.
But what about the girl?
No. She's never here when we play the game. She has her own car and she drives herself down to the village as soon as she's finished in the kitchen.
Well, Mr. Trapp, it looks as if you and I are going to be deadly enemies this evening. I may possibly say things about you which violate the ordinary rules of social behavior, but there's nothing personal meant. I apologize beforehand.
Apologies accepted. This is very good.
I'm terribly curious about what the defendant has in store for us. Some beautiful, stately, confident scheme, or perhaps a neat little tax fraud, notable for its classic simplicity.
I would have been delighted to satisfy your curiosity, Emile, but I'm afraid my client turns out to be a phenomenon of legal history. He is a defendant without a crime. He insists that he is an innocent man, and so leaves himself open to whatever charge the prosecutor may hit upon.
He says that he's innocent. Is it really going to be one of those?
It looks so. Mr. Trapp, I admire your courage. But you don't have to impress us, you know. As long as the trial hasn't started, you can still specify the crime for which you wish to be charged.
But I keep telling you, there is no crime.
Bernard, did you explain to
All
me?
the eloquence at my command.
Then let me urge you once more, Mr.
Oh, excuse me, Emile. The defendant is over 21. Presumably he can take care of his own interests.
If we're going to have a game, let's make it a good one.
You leave me no alternative. The court will have to accept your decision. Mr. Prosecutor, you can begin the questions.
Excuse me. Is he going to be involved in this?
Oh, yes. One of our principal players. His combination, bailiff and chief jailer. Well qualified because of his penal experience.
Penal experience? What penal experience?
Pierre spent 10 years in prison, Mr. Trapp. A certain merchant in the town took advantage of Pierre's little sister. So who could blame Pierre for attacking him?
But the blow he struck was fatal, and I had to prosecute him.
You?
I sentenced him.
Unfortunately, I did not defend him.
Well, under the circumstances, how could you hire him?
Oh, we're very lucky to get him. Oh, we're not just employer and employee, you know. We're friends. We understand each other. There's nothing we wouldn't do for each other. Isn't that so, Pierre? Well, now, can we proceed with the questions?
Don't I have to take the stand or swear to tell the truth or anything like that?
No. Our court doesn't go in for such formalities.
Okay with me. Fire away.
I understand you're a married man, Mr. Trapp.
Yes, I am.
How long have you been married?
11 years.
Have you any little ones?
Only one. Howard Jr. He's 7.5, but he raises enough hell for quintuplets. Here, would you like to see the latest picture?
Oh, what a sturdy little chap. You are a lucky fellow, Mr. Trapp.
Children are the only true consolation in life, aren't they?
Yes. Handsome young boy. If I may say so, he has your looks.
He's got brains, too. In New York at the airport when we were saying goodbye to him, he knew the names and numbers of all the planes. We figure he's going to be a scientist. That's where the money is.
And you left him in New York in the care of someone, I trust?
We left him with the governess.
It is sad when a young boy has to be parted from his parents.
What else can Mr. Trapp do? He has to travel. That's his job.
And your wife's company is essential to your pleasure, Mr. Trapp?
Sure. Well, I begged her to stay in New York with the kids. She was the one who insisted on coming. She's crazy about skiing and Europeans. If you're looking to charge me with child neglect, Mr. Prosecutor, you got the wrong party.
Bravo. The storm seems to be getting worse. I'm afraid it's with us for the rest of the night.
Apparently the elements don't bother you, Mr. Trapp. The signs were very sinister this morning, yet you set off for your trip to Geneva anyway.
If you don't take chances, you'll never get anything out of life.
That's a healthy point of view, but I'm sure your wife was concerned for your safety when you said goodbye to her.
Well, she said she was. At first, I told her there was a $5,000 commission at stake, and that took care of her concern.
A $5,000 commission? Tell me, Mr. Trapp, what type of merchandise do you sell?
Nothing illegal, if that's what you're wondering. I'm the exclusive European agent for Hafestron.
Patterson. The name is unfamiliar to me.
Won't be for long, Judge. Hafestron is the new miracle textile. Tear-proof, waterproof, tough but transparent. As useful in industry as it is in the world of fashion. In war, as in peace. The ideal material for parachutes and at the same time most enticing in Milady's nightgown.
As you know from personal research.
Research into his wife's nightgown.
That's right.
Bravo, Mr. Trapp. I can see why they made you the company's exclusive agent. I'm ready to give you an order for Hafestron straight away.
Orders are always cheerfully accepted.
But tell me, am I right in assuming, from things you have said, that you weren't always the successful young man that we see before us tonight?
Careful, careful.
No, he's right about that, you know. I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth. In his whole lifetime, my old man never made as much as I make in a year.
In short, you've had to work hard to get where you are today.
Damned hard, and I'm not too modest to say so.
Admirable. Most admirable. And your educational background?
The School of Hard Knocks.
Yes, I've heard of that, but could you be more specific?
Second year high school is as far as I got, and then when the old man died, I went to work with a real estate office.
Oh, you became an office boy in a real estate firm?
Who, me? That's no way to get anywhere. I knew this guy who used to snap up small pieces of property that the city was planning to buy. He had a friend in City Hall would give him the tips.
Yes, but I don't quite see what your duties were.
After a while, this guy got too well known, so he used me, you see, to do the buying for him. I was young and innocent looking, you see.
Too young to know that you were doing anything wrong. Now, Mr. Trapp, couldn't this be the crime that you'd like to be charged with?
Sure, you can charge me with that if you want to.
No, excuse me, Your Honor, but that decision is no longer in Mr. Trapp's hands.
Quite so. I did try and warn you, Mr. Trapp. Coffee?
Why not?
Pure coffee.
But perhaps Mr. Trapp would prefer something a little more stimulating than coffee. Cognac, perhaps.
That sounds like a good idea.
Don't you think coffee might be better for you, Mr. Trapp?
No, I don't.
The exclusive European sales agent. Now, just between ourselves, Mr. Trapp, you bulldozed your way up rather quickly, haven't you?
Damn right I have. 10 years ago, I was just another traveling salesman scuffling for 2-bit commissions. And today, well, how many of you own 2 English sports cars?
2 English sports cars. That's amazing.
Why amazing? They're very small cars.
How did you manage it, Mr. Trapp? Was it simply diligence and hard work?
Wasn't that easy? I could be the most diligent salesman in the world. I still had to get around Foster, and believe me, that was tough.
Oh, and who is this Mr. Foster?
He was the European sales agent before me. No, thank you. Thank you. A few years ago, I was his chief assistant. Stuck in the New York office, not even an expense account.
And you say that you had to get him out of the way?
I object to the prosecutor's choice of words.
I'll reframe the question. And you say that Mr. Foster is no longer in the way?
Well, I certainly wouldn't be here now if he was.
That was lucky for you then, wasn't it? That he decided to step down.
I guess you could call it luck.
You're smiling with pleasure at the thought of your former chief, now retired, basking in the sunshine at some resort hotel, surrounded by beautiful girls.
Well, I don't know what he's surrounded by. I could give you a pretty good guess. Fact is, he died 5 years ago.
Your Honor, would you please instruct the defendant that he need not answer any questions before consulting with his attorney?
I so instruct you, Mr. Trapp. You really ought to be more discreet when dangerous questions are put to you.
Excuse me, Your Honor. I cannot admit that my question was dangerous. Dangerous is an improper word.
With all respect, Mr. Prosecutor, I will not be lectured on my choice of language in my own court.
Well, I don't see what everybody's getting so excited about. I was just telling the simple facts.
And how sad these simple facts are, Mr. Trapp. Mr. Foster died 5 years ago. One cannot help feeling sorry for the poor old gentleman.
He wasn't so old, 52 to be exact.
In the prime of life, this story gets sadder and sadder. First he retires, and then he dies.
No, you got it the wrong way around. He was still working for the company when he died. It was after he died that I took his place.
Your Honor, fortune smiles upon us. I submit we no longer have a defendant without a crime. We've been digging, and lo and behold, we've come up with a corpse. The prosecution now formally charges the defendant with murder.
Murder?
Murder of his former boss, the late Mr. Foster. Murder in the 1st degree.
Your Honor, I object. The prosecutor has pulled this absurd charge right out of the blue.
The charge does come as something of a surprise, Mr. Prosecutor.
I'll be happy to justify it, Your Honor. 1, a man has died. 2, the defendant admits he had a motive for this man's death. 3, the defendant has revealed a distinct absence of remorse for this man's death. Indeed, he has revealed a definite satisfaction. The prosecution firmly believes in the guilt of this defendant and stakes its legal reputation on its ability to prove it.
The prosecutor's monumental self-confidence is hardly evidence.
Surely my past record in this court is not irrelevant to this issue. I feel the ends of justice would be thwarted if this defendant were not bound over for trial. I have a nose for these things, as you all are aware, and I smell this crime.
The prosecutor's sniffing prowess is beside the point.
No, I don't think so. The prosecutor's nose cannot be entirely ignored. The charge of murder in the 1st degree is hereby accepted.
But I didn't murder anybody. Don't you think this is carrying a joke a little too far?
Murder is no joke, Mr. Trapp. It's so grave a charge that it cannot be heard in this friendly, relaxed atmosphere. We shall require rearrangement of the physical accoutrements, more suited to the nature of the proceedings. Joseph, will you take care of that? Meanwhile, the prosecutor, the defense attorney, and I will retire to our rooms to put on our robes of office. Pierre. Assist Mr. Pillay.
Mr. Fillet, aren't they going to let you put on the robe of office, too?
Oh, no, Mr. Trapp, I shall be leaving. I have to rearrange the physical accoutrements.
You mean you're not going to be here for the rest of the game?
Oh, no. It wouldn't be seemly. It wouldn't be in good taste. Now that we have a case of murder, a capital crime, well, Mr. Trapp, for the sake of your feelings...
What have my feelings got to do with it?
Oh, didn't anybody tell you? Oh, dear me, you should have been told. I'm not a lawyer, Mr. Trapp. For 45 years, I've served the municipality as its official hangman. Yes, that's fine, Pierre. Now I'll go up and tell them we're ready.
Just a minute, will you? I want to ask you something. Pierre, that's your name, isn't it? About this game of theirs, you've watched them play it often, have you? Well, the last time, for instance, they had a stranger come here just like me, didn't they? Mayor of the province, they said. Oh, yeah, that's the one I mean, right? When the mayor played this game with them that night, did they go in for the same hocus pocus? I mean, did they fix up the room like this? I see. Oh, wait a minute. After the game was over, the next morning, I mean, when the mayor came down for breakfast, everybody had a big laugh over the game, did they? They did. In other words, the mayor was in a good mood when he left the house. The mayor wasn't in a good mood when he left the house? What are you grinning about? Are you telling me that the mayor did not leave the house? You're not telling me that. Then the mayor did leave the house. You saw him leave. You saw him leave. Thanks a lot, Pierre. I mean, thanks. What are you grinning about? Come back here. Where's Pierre?
I don't know. I thought you were Monsieur Capot.
No, he went upstairs.
Well, I wanted to tell him that I'm leaving soon.
Leaving? How can you leave with all this snow?
Oh, I'm used to driving in this weather.
Was that your car? Was that your car by the front gate I saw when I came in?
Yes. Well, I'll go up to Monsieur Capot.
No, don't go.
Monsieur?
Well, why don't you hang around till all the old gentlemen are going to bed?
And why should I, Monsieur?
Well, we could have a drink.
Oh, no, I never drink before I drive down the mountain.
Well, we could just talk.
And what would we talk about?
Oh, lots of things. Life, politics, Swiss-American relations. I'm a very good conversationalist.
And will we talk of your wife, Monsieur?
My wife? Well, why not stick to pleasant subjects?
Well, for most men, it is a pleasure to talk of their wives.
Well, most men aren't on the verge of getting a divorce.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Don't be. Helen's just as happy about it as I am.
Yet you travel together and stay in the same hotel?
I have to keep up appearances. A business associate of mine over here doesn't approve of divorce, but as soon as the deal is made, Helen and I are going to call it quits. Meanwhile, life has to go on, doesn't it? Helen hasn't stopped enjoying herself. Why should I?
Very well. We won't bring your wife into the conversation.
Well, then we're going to have the conversation.
But when you finish for the evening, knock on the door and perhaps I'll still be here.
You got a date.
But Monsieur Capot and his friends often play their game until early morning.
Do they? Listen, about that game,
Oh, you must go in now, Monsieur.
You'll still be here when I get through.
I've said perhaps.
Be here. Please.
Mr. Trapp.
Ah,
I'm sorry if I startled you.
well, look at you. You look like you're about to graduate from college.
My robe of office, you mean? Yes, it is a bit pompous. For myself, I could well do without it, but experience has taught us that it's necessary to establish the proper note of solemnity.
You know, I'm just beginning to get the idea of this game of yours. You get a hold of some outsider like me, talk about murders and hangmen and a proper note of solemnity, and pretty soon you got them scared to death. I have to hand it to you, I nearly fell for it.
I'm glad you're interested, Mr. Trapp. It's gratifying that our guest is enjoying his evening.
Well, when do we start? Where's everybody else?
I hurried a bit so that I could talk to you about the case. I prefer to talk to you alone, but if you'd rather have your attorney...
My attorney? Oh, I get you. The proper note of solemnity again. No, thank you. I'll talk to you without my attorney. I've got nothing to be afraid of.
I admire that attitude, Mr. Trapp. Others might dismiss it as foolhardiness, but I call it courage. Nevertheless, the wise man tempers courage with prudence, doesn't he? Which is what I ask you to do now.
I don't think I know what you mean.
Well, I can offer you the opportunity to plead guilty to murder in the 2nd degree. If you change your plea, the prosecution is prepared to press for a reduction of sentence, thus avoiding the supreme penalty.
Wait a minute. Let me get this straight. You're telling me that if I admit to a lesser crime, you'll reduce my penalty?
More or less.
You know, I'll bet you there's $1 million in this game of yours.
How so?
Well, if we put it out commercially, I mean, electronic games are big back home. Skip 2 spaces, go to jail, push the right button, avoid the supreme penalty.
And the winner is the first player to reach the hangman's noose.
Or something like that, yeah.
Yes.
You know, I thought you guys were crazy, but this game makes a hell of a lot of sense.
So you thought we were mentally unstable, did you? That's an interesting point of view. So we haven't much time, Mr. Trapp. How do you react to my offer?
To plead guilty? Not a chance. You really wouldn't want me to, would you?
No. There's something tepid, insipid even, about second-degree murder. For a real challenge, give me first degree every time. My compliments. You're a true sportsman.
So sorry to keep you waiting, Mr. Trapp.
That's all right, Your Honor. I'm really looking forward to the next round.
Excellent. Excellent.
For heaven's sake, Gustav, tonight, don't make such long speeches. Twice in the past year, the trial dragged on till 2 in the morning. By the time we'd sentenced that female novelist from Sweden, she was fast asleep. Some of us need our rest, you know.
Gentlemen, the court is now convened.
Thank you, Your Honor. I would ask the defendant to take the stand.
Your Honor, I move that these entire proceedings be declared a mistrial and that the defendant be immediately discharged.
Your Honor, the defense attorney's theatrical trickery.
I am not indulging in theatrical trickery. I somewhat resent that insinuation.
Gentlemen, the defense attorney has made a motion. The court will hear his arguments without interruption.
I move for a mistrial on the grounds that the prosecutor has been tampering with a witness. While Your Honor and I were out of the courtroom putting on our robes of office, the prosecutor conducted a private conference with the defendant, Howard Trapp. That is correct, Mr. Trapp?
Sure, we had a talk.
Your Honor, this charge would be insulting if it were not so laughable. In a murder trial, the defendant is always available for questioning by the authorities.
The defendant is under no legal obligation to answer questions.
Mr. Trapp spoke to me voluntarily. Isn't that so, Mr. Trapp?
That's a fact.
The defendant has the right to refuse such an examination unless in the presence of his own attorney.
Did I or did I not inform you of that right?
You sure did.
And what was your decision?
I decided to talk to you alone. Why not?
When you made that decision, Mr. Trapp, was I present?
Of course not.
So at no time was any argument advanced as to why you ought never to have talked to the prosecutor alone.
He asked me. I said yes. What else do you want?
Nothing else, thank you, Mr. Trapp. Your Honor, the case is clear. The defendant was obviously deprived of his rights, and the fact that he himself connived at that deprivation hardly makes it less flagrant.
Excuse me, Your Honor. It would have to be shown that I exercised undue influence upon the defendant. All I did was to offer him the chance to plead second-degree murder, and he refused the offer.
The prosecutor apparently expects us to forget that he is a master of the art of pushing witnesses subconsciously in one direction or another.
That's arrant nonsense.
I am not surprised to hear the prosecutor dismiss the ethical basis of our court as nonsense. What can we expect from a lawyer who puts courtroom convictions above human rights?
The defense attorney's remark was inexcusable. It's not difficult to understand why the streets of Geneva are packed with criminals who have cheated the law.
Nor is it difficult to understand why the cemeteries are packed with the innocent victims of cold, inhuman logic. And what is more...
Gentlemen, stop this at once.
Don't stop them now, Judge. It was just getting interesting.
Cannot allow such a display of emotionalism in my court. Now, as to the defense attorney's motion, final determination must rest with the defendant himself. Mr. Trapp, did you or did you not feel that the prosecutor exercised undue pressure or influence upon you?
If I say yes, that's the end of the game, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I shall be obliged to dismiss the charge.
Hell, I've never lost a game in my life. The answer is definitely no.
Well, Gustav, I did try, didn't I?
A valiant effort. You nearly routed me. Mr. Trapp, would you please take the stand?
Mr. Trapp, you'll have to leave your glass.
But I haven't finished.
Circumstances have changed.
Your Honor, couldn't the ruling be suspended on this one occasion? The defendant seems to be unusually dependent on this source of sustenance.
Your Honor, I see absolutely no reason to suspend the ruling.
Say, whose side are you on, anyway?
On yours, Mr. Trapp, which is more than I can say for you, which is why it would be advisable for you to stop drinking.
But I need the sustenance. After all, it's not every day a man stands trial for murder.
Seldom more than once, Mr. Trapp.
Mr. Trapp, I cannot allow you to keep your glass.
It's only a game, isn't it?
The bailiff will kindly relieve the defendant of his glass.
All right, all right. What's the difference?
Why don't you save us all a lot of time and effort, Mr. Trapp, and tell us how you killed the late Foster?
But I didn't kill him.
He's dead, isn't he?
Yes.
His death got you the job you wanted, didn't it?
So what? Whenever a man dies, somebody gets something out of it. So do you automatically call it murder? At that rate, you'd be putting half the world on trial.
Yes, but we're not putting half the world on trial, Mr. Trapp. It's your guilt alone which concerns us. Why not make a clean breast of it and throw yourself on the mercy of the court? It often leads to a mitigation of the punishment, you know.
But I didn't murder anybody. I refuse to accept any punishment.
You're not in a position to refuse or accept. That's in the discretion of the court.
Mr. Trapp, did you poison the late Foster?
Don't be ridiculous.
Shall we say you strangled him?
Wrong again.
Perhaps you arranged a traffic accident.
Well, not exactly. All right. All right. I can't hold out any longer. I'll confess. I killed him.
Mr. Trapp, for heaven's sake, Your Honor, I insist that you tell the defendant.
No, don't tell me anything. My conscience is bothering me too much. I have to talk.
You're under no obligation, Mr. Trapp.
I want to. I want to.
Then tell us how you committed the murder.
I went to Foster's office that morning. I knocked, went in. He said to me, Trapp, there's an error in this report you just submitted.
Go on.
So, I said to him, thank you, Mr. Foster, for pointing it out to me. And since you've been kind enough to do part of my work for me, I'd like to hand this week's salary check over to you. And it turned out just exactly as I planned. He dropped dead of the shock. He fell for it. He really fell for it. Well, that'll show you, Mr. Prosecutor, you're not the only one who can pull a wool over people's eyes.
Mr. Trapp, you really mustn't do things like that. I'm not a young man anymore, you know.
You did pull the wool over my eyes, Mr. Trapp, for which I congratulate you. But for your utter disregard of courtroom decorum...
Mr. Prosecutor, I will deliver the admonition here. Mr. Trapp. That interlude was very amusing, no doubt. But you seem quite unable to realize that you are standing trial for murder. I must warn you here and now that any further exhibition of levity will not be tolerated in my court.